Everyone know about the T app. My biggest thing is like for girls, like how many niggas you gotta be talking to for you to feel like you gotta go through this app to find some shit find some shit out about the nigga for real. Like how many niggas you really gotta be talking to be on this type of flow. But let's tap into this shit. I heard I heard the information got leaked. I don't know what type of information they updating. I ain't gonna lie. I tried to apply for that shit. I tried to go in there and think I was gonna be able to find some shit and discover myself. But you have to actually be a female. And I got a full blown beard and mustache, my nigga. So it's not flying over here. But the T app, the biggest Uno reverse card of all time. Let's hit him with it.
Tea is good. Every once in a
time.
while, something gets injected into the culture that is undeniably undeniable, and it's something that has to be talked about by any and everybody. And this weekend was the good old-fashioned T app. The T app, which is alluding to the gossipy tea type conversations, was created for women so they could give off the red flags about the men in their area so they can have better opportunities and options and knowledge when going to date them. It's supposed to be a safety tool. One that I think a lot of people would agree with. Dating can be so expensive, so cumbersome, so taxing on the mental that we need things like the T app on the internet. Specifically, if you stick to the site's intended purpose. You know, dating safety tools to protect women. There's about 5 million women on the app and use it to find verified green flag men, run background checks, identify potential catfish, verify he's not a sex offender, or check his criminal history. The app's intended purpose is...
This is fucking crazy though. Like, you telling me Shawty could look me up and find everything out about me? But how do I do that? Like, how can I do the same? Like, is that accessible?
Are perfect.
They don't got a men's tea. Like, they don't got that shit.
That should be existing
men's
in
tea.
The world. However, the original creator who created the app because of his mother's terrible dating choices, people that were committing DV, alcoholics, etc., did not factor in that people joining the app would be jealous, vindictive, bitter, and just quite messy. See, because while the app was supposed to be exposing people like...
That's how I look at it. I look at it like everybody on there just being messy. Niggas fucking the game up. Y'all fucking up the standards, chat. Women fucking up the standards with this joint. It might be y'all or it's the app. Y'all just probably abusing the app though, honestly.
Like Gucci Third Leg, who was out here burning people, or, you know, somebody who might have been a criminal coming to rob you of your purse or whatever the case may be, or even worse, stalkers or people who are literally lining women up to end their lives. It ultimately became filled with bitter and jealous women who decided to take advantage of the app and, you know, out anybody who disrespected them. Simple ghostings were put on the app, and it's not necessarily a bad thing to ghost somebody. It's most likely your fault.
We need more apps like T. I think T or apps like it could change society as a whole. I think we would start to see the comeback of real gentlemen, of real yearners.
You see what the problem is too with this shit? I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a whole 100 with this shit. This my whole issue with it, right? You gotta understand too, people grow. Like, not the SEs or whatever. But I'm saying, like, in general, like, in life, people grow. Like, a nigga might grow up being a cheater. A nigga might grow up in life, never have a girlfriend. The first girlfriend he has, he ends up cheating like shit. But he learned his lesson from that. You see what I'm saying? So you can't belittle a nigga off of his past experiences or his past immaturities. That's how I feel about this shit. That's why I think this shit is fucked up. Because it almost feels like you already prejudging niggas before you even get a chance to really recognize them or meet them in real life.
Real lovers, because y'all T is getting clocked. Because y'all T is getting clocked.
See, I actually
because y'all T is getting clocked.
Do agree with her in theory. The great thing about the T
Face
app
ass
review type things is that the world is getting so costly, so
she thought she was so cool saying that though.
Time consuming, so cumbersome that people want to expedite and get straight to the meat and potatoes. That's why TikTok blew up. No more fluff, just right to the point. It's great to be able to see what you're getting into before you actually get into it. But the problem with these review-based websites, no different than Yelp or Google reviews, is that it really only features jaded people. Think about it. When you go and leave a review, it's either because the company themselves incentivized you to leave a review, or you were so upset at what happened that day that you go and leave a review. You could have visited a restaurant, a movie theater, an amusement park 10 times, and on that 11th time that you went, you got a bad experience. That's when you're leaving the review, but not the other, 10 times that you go. So it's not the app in and of itself. It's really a testament to society.
The people, exactly. Just like I said, the people. That's why my question is really, girls, ladies, women, females, how many niggas you really gotta be talking to be on this app looking into other niggas and talking your shit like this nigga good, this nigga no good? Like, how many niggas? I don't know.
What they value, etc., etc. Now, granted, when I did see some snippets and screen recordings of the T app, I did see green flags being posted on there. But for the most part, it was a bunch of red flags. And the shit that was being red flagged wouldn't be considered red flags.
And upon further inspection, I think too many people are using it not for good. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the stuff that I saw, my feelings was kind of hurt. Oh my God, like y'all mean, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and this is not me being a pick me. I could not give a fuck less about a fucking nigga, and I gets niggas. I don't have to worry about no fucking app anyway. I would never even have to ask a bitch about my nigga, because you ain't me. But
yeah, that's how everybody should feel. Nah, big ups to her, because that's how every woman should feel.
I think some people are dragging it. And I saw some where it's just like, damn, y'all are kind of just like spilling tea that's not like relevant to what's going on. Like talking about niggas' medical conditions, and not like this nigga has an STD, like this nigga has Crohn's disease. Why would you say that?
That's
Hey, hey, get the fuck.
so weird.
Why would you say that? Y'all getting a little too excited about the internet. Bitch, it's anonymous.
Now, because the T app didn't have any safeguards or anything like that, it was okay and allowed for these types of reviews to go up. Now, did this have any effect on their dating history? No. If that man has Crohn's disease, I'm pretty sure that's something that he would feel comfortable sharing with a potential partner.
Exactly.
But why do you feel comfortable outing them? I don't know. It just exposed how evil-natured women in this instance are. And even in the scenario, from my understanding, some of the stuff that was being told on the app weren't necessarily like red flags, or more so it exposed the bad dating habits of the women at hand. Like they would tell stories about how a situation happened, and people would be asking, well, girl, that was easily sniffed out at the beginning. How did you get $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in debt with this man? Now, because this tea was so doggone piping hot, you knew that ultimately the British were going to be coming for it fast. Y'all get it? The British are coming.
The tea.
Paul Revere's ride, the tea, Boston Tea Party.
Boston Tea Party type shit.
I'm really a historian for real.
Yo, all y'all on that new T app? 3 girls getting leaked. There was a big data breach. Every woman who put someone's picture up there is cooked. They got all the pictures. So basically, if you put your ID, which you need your ID to put someone's face on there, you're cooked. They got your photo, they got who you put on there, and everybody knows. They even got y'all IDs, bro. They're locked in. This is a dub for the dudes out here. If you seen yourself on that app, you're able to literally see the person's ID and the person's face who put it on there. Because there was a data breach. I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't even know that was the thing. I didn't even know it was like you can upload niggas and then judge niggas and you anonymously upload niggas. Oh, this nigga was mad. The nigga who hacked, Brody who hacked this joint was mad. He was mad, twin. He was on that shit heavy. He was like, nah. I gotta see who's trying to lie on my name and shit.
Bro, if your face is on there, bro, go on there right the fuck now.
Women are anonymously spilling the tea on men they dated on a new viral app, which has just been hacked after gaining a huge influx of new users.
I had a female friend of mine go undercover on the T app, and I found that there were some women talking about me. They were clearly just upset. They felt that they got slighted. Is there anything we could do about this? This is defamation. This is entirely untrue.
T promises
defamation.
Users.
Yeah, nigga. Defamation, nigga. Defamation to the good men out there. Good. That's the defamation right there. That's what that is. They trying to belittle me. Bitch, you don't even fucking know me. Trying to belittle my shit.
But on Friday morning, it confirmed to NBC News that 72,000 photos were accessed without authorization, including 13,000 account verification photos that were supposed to be kept private.
This is a searchable map of all of the driver's licenses that just got leaked because of the TF. I tried
that shit gotta be capped.
Tell y'all this was what this was. Now, you not only got to worry about your information getting leaked, but they done literally mapped out all of your locations.
Now, this is quite disappointing from my perspective because I think that there's good intentions in the T app from its
for real.
inception, specifically from the guy that created it.
I understand the what niggas was trying to do. Like, I understand the bigger picture. Like I said though, I just feel like the people using the app, y'all doing too much.
Now, should there have been more power and dollars behind the protection that needed to be done? Yeah, because from my understanding and what I was able to research, this wouldn't be necessarily called a hack, but this person put this on a publicly accessible database, and all you had to do was some select star from statements and go ahead and drop down, do your sorts, your order bys, your groupings correctly, and you would have been able to find any pictures and IDs that you wanted. It was
That's
quite
crazy.
easy to find this information, and that's the sad part about it. While this app was supposed to be protecting people, it put people at risk. And one of the only reasons why it did this is because people went and did nefarious things to this app. It's a Catch-22 PSYOP Black Mirror episode. It's quite gross. But outside of the fact that it was literally not safeguarded at all, I think the app still provides some sort of good usage. And I champion anybody that's creating any sort of male version of this exact same app along with others on the internet.
Yeah, so I downloaded the T page. Don't get me wrong, I'm single, but I was just being nosy trying to see who was on there. But one thing I noticed, y'all bitches ain't got no morals. A girl will post a dude and he look halfway decent. All y'all in the comments asking for his IG, talk about, oh, I'm trying to crack necks. I'm trying to crack neck. What?
You see, I knew y'all was thotties. I knew y'all was out here thotting. Out here fake claiming like y'all niggas ain't thotting. Y'all bitches is thotties. Y'all for sure doing y'all thug thiz. I'm already knowing. You don't got a lot of me, baby. One thing about me, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Just and this the one thing about me too. I don't be falling in love when I do me. So that's the difference between men and female. Y'all, I think females fall in love. They actually like niggas when they do shit for niggas. When she fuck a nigga, she like that nigga for real. She ain't just fucking that nigga. She gotta like that nigga or just straight up feel bad that for the nigga because he like her so bad. She like, damn, you know what? He is nice. I'm gonna let him fuck. Should be crazy. It is what it is. Game is game.
What? She just wrote all this about the man, and just because he look good, you trying to crack necks?
One of the other things the T app exposes is that women have terrible dating habits. Now, I think men do too, but hey, this is not our app on trial. This is your app on trial. That
Right,
user was
facts.
talking about how a man can be posted on the app and be painted as the most terrible person, and everybody underneath the app in the comment section saying, hey, that won't be me in this situation. I'm ready to get down to Pound Town. Mind you, the intended purposes of the app are to say that he is somebody who is the worst of the worst. He's done X, Y, and Z, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
These are part of the problems as to why modern day dating is cooked. People are so lonely that they're even willing to remove themselves from hearing red flags, seeing red flags, acknowledging red flags in any attempt to get any sort of human affection or touch or love. Don't get me wrong, I'm not anti T app at all. I'm not anti any sort of review type platform. And in fact, I actually do think that it is very much needed. I think oftentimes we get into situations where we invest a bunch of time, effort, and energy into dating or, you know, seeking love in someone. And ultimately we put on rose-colored glasses because, you know, we haven't seen physical touch and emotion in a long, long, long time. You know that the male loneliness epidemic is up. You know that the female loneliness epidemic is up. People want to find love and stop getting their heart broken. The problem with this is that people are so jaded.
This is true. This is very true. I'm looking for love. I think I found it, but Shawty just need to get right.
Women in this instance.
She need to choose up on a nigga. You feel me? But I'm learning, like, in life, you gotta fuck with who really fuck with you. You ain't always gonna get what you want. You gotta fuck with who fuck with you the hardest.
Is that they are willing to leave some of the worst reviews in the world. It's sloppy. It's exposing more about them as opposed to the dude involved in the situation. You writing the fact that the guy looks gay to you or that he is some sort of liar and master manipulator only to find out that you're homophobic or you're the loser in the situation or you're enabling the behavior says more about you than it does Tyrone who is borrowing money.
My nigga, how the fuck did I get on the T app? I used to work with him. He gave me gay vibes. Nigga, what? Nigga, I only worked one job with females, bro.
Hey, kid.
And I was at Olive Garden when I was a server. And the reason why I didn't fuck with none of y'all is because y'all was already fucking all the niggas on the job.
Hey,
this.
yo.
The niggas already told me, showed me text proof on who the fuck was already getting cracked. There was nobody at the Olive Garden that wasn't getting cracked on Camp Creek Parkway. Yes, I set the motherfucking location, nigga, and I know who the fuck did that shit.
And it's even worse that these things can be filled with nothing but lies. Now, if I had to build my own version of the app, what would happen is everyone can register on the platform. In order for you to write some sort of review, you have to fill out their first name and potential email address, or I don't know, tag their username or something like that. You have to submit some video explanation. It can be anonymous. We can do some voice altering, and you have to provide evidence to it. And then once you submit a claim against me, Omar, I get a notification to do a counterclaim on you. Let the public get the whole story about what's going on.
Now that's a messy app. If niggas do it like that, that's gonna be the new shit forever. That's gonna be the messy app. We just gonna call it messy. They got T, call this one messy, the messy app.
Not let it be some one-sided thing. And of course, we're kicking off any sort of silly dating things like, I don't know, he can't dress well or anything like that. That's stupid as fuck. That has nothing to do with people being protected from predators. One last thing to add is that if I look at all the modern day dating content or resources that are currently out there, it clearly seems to me that we need some sort of class or some sort of teaching on dating. Not from the internet gurus who are trying to sell some sort of self-help book, but some of these things seem to be very much common themes. When I watch Pop the Balloon, they're popping off of surface level and shallow things. And when I look into the T app, they're reporting surface level and shallow things. They're also on both platforms ignoring clear as day red flags, but continuing down the relationship only to later down the line complain about this stuff. And we can see these things be laid out on TikTok stories, Twitter stories, or whatever the case may be. But ultimately, all it tells to me is that people have hard times dating because they are brain dead and clueless, and we need to do something about that specifically. But for now, as an engaged man, all I can do is sit back and wait and try to get access to the T app myself to see if I'm on there.
Nah, for real, like every day, not every day, I ain't worried about that shit, child. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I ain't really too worried about that shit, but nigga, I'm not trying to be on the app because you see what it is they talking shit. They just talking shit. They ain't even like, they not even keeping it a buck on there. That's the whole kill. That's what's fucking me up. Is the bitch would get on the T app and it's just to talk shit about a nigga because she mad that she got slid on. Like,